hey there.
Hi.
So did you get my text?
I did, and I apologize. I still need to clean out my voicemail.
Yeah, I was curious because the phone number had a 1 in front of it, and it was blue, and I'm still trying to figure out whether blue or green will go to text. And
Oh yeah.
I never got the thing back that said he never got this.
Do you have an iPhone or no?
I have an iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it. It did come into. It just went into the senders not in your contact list. But yeah, I did get it.
Okay, good. All right. Well, I figured you had it because you called back so quickly.
Yeah.
You are looking for help with a mediation.
Exactly.
What's your situation?
So, it's just so difficult to describe and understand. I think, like it's difficult for me to even understand it to be able to kind of say to kind of recreate it in a way that is digestible.
Let me ask a couple of questions.
Uh-huh.
Are you getting divorced?
No. This is more of a family situation that kind of urgently needs some sort of intervention or mediation or just some ability to find out what the other person truly thinks, because they are either faking something or really need additional help, and they're not getting it, and I'm not able to protect myself without any ability.
What's your relationship?
It's my mother.
With the other person?
It's my mother.
Okay. And where is she located? Where are you located?
So I'm in Tampa. She's in Tampa. I'm in San Francisco.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. How old is she?
60.
Okay. Do you suspect mental illness?
So speaking very candidly, because this is kind of, I just I was just on the line with a mental health institution, and this is the thing. Yes, I do, but I have no idea, in the sense of one of the very crazy situations that I'm living in is that, the whole point is I have no idea because I haven't spoken to my mother for years. There's been a lot of issues going on. I'm not in Tampa. There are other people who should be involved, like my aunt, my stepfather, who she lives with. And for some reason, no one is talking to me.
Any of them?
No, nobody's talking to me. Nobody's talking to me. I have no idea what is going on. I am. This has reached a peak of problems, in the sense that I'm currently out on bail because of my mother's behavior.
Wait, you're out on bail because of your mother's behavior, or you were in jail because of your mother's behavior?
No, I'm on bail, facing charges still because of my mother's behavior.
Okay.
She has flip-flopped in being able to understand that one way or the other. That obviously puts my freedom in jeopardy as it is. But more importantly, I have heart failure. I really can't deal with this stress anymore. It's not the same it's just not the same. And so last Friday was the first signs that her mood, her attitude, her behavior completely changed. And since last Friday, I've been trying to, she said she was trying to get a psychiatric appointment. She hasn't been. She is currently contacting me. She's putting my freedom in danger. And I have no idea why. I can't explain it. She can't explain it. And again, for some reason, no one else is getting involved, even though there are very major consequences to her actions. I've just been in jail, and I can go back to jail completely based on her actions, and no one wants to talk about it. And so I don't know what to do.
Is she willing to talk to an intermediary?
Well, I have to try. And so that's where we're at. Again, my mom is not, I apologize, but this is literally one of the reasons I ended up going to jail, because there's no answer to this question as to, I don't know what to do. So in other words, you're asking me questions as to what my mother would or wouldn't be open to. She has wanted and has said and is currently operating under the belief that she wants to resolve any issues that arise between us. She doesn't want to have a bad relationship with me. She doesn't want to harm me. However, she is doing so.
What have you been accused of criminally?
So they accused me of calling in a bomb threat because I was trying to draw attention to the fact that my mother needed help, and for some reason, no one was having a conversation about it, as if there were no consequences to her actions. And so it's just that I live in San Francisco. I have no ability to get to Tampa. I have no idea what is going on, not just with her, but with other family members. But with her actions are affecting me directly, as well as there are, she herself is saying she wants to resolve these things, but isn't taking any steps to do so. So I'm trying to, because I need to figure out what to do. I have now been informed of other ways that I can handle it. I know that there's a hearing in Florida that I can try to present to the judge. My problem is that I'm not trying to hurt my mother, and I really don't know what's going on. It sounds ridiculous because up to a certain point, an answer for me, the answer should have been answered when I was in jail, and one answer was in that she obviously doesn't understand the consequences of her actions, and I do. And so I'm in a position right now where my mother believes that she wants to resolve an issue with me. She is currently contacting me in a way that is harmful to me. I have no idea what she really thinks. And so I would like to have a mediator to try to even figure out what she thinks, and then hopefully be able to resolve just one issue.
Wow. And do you have the wherewithal to pay the mediator?
Again, she has right now, my mother is willing to pay the funds for anything. Again, she has said that she wants to. That's where we're at. I don't have, again, this is a situation in which, like any abusive situation, I don't have a lot of power. I don't have the financial resources. I obviously don't have a parent.
So how do you know that she's willing to pay?
We don't know I know these things because that's what she has said. Obviously, there's a chance that she wouldn't, but more than likely she would.
When has she said that?
Many times, even currently. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is an odd situation in which I don't know whether or not my mother has mental health issues or is doing this on purpose. One way or the other, she has wanted to try to resolve these things. So I'm trying to resolve these things. So that's where we're at. She's more than willing to pay the money. I can come up with the money, but that shouldn't be the issue right now. The issue right now is at least trying to attempt to figure out how to approach the situation. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. My mother has, again, said many times that she's willing to resolve this, which is also indicative that a mediator wouldn't even be needed. So it's kind of a catch-22 situation.
Well, I'm certainly willing to serve as mediator. I would require a $10,000 retainer, which would be refundable if you decided that you didn't need the services after a certain period of time.
Yeah, again, so I mean, this is exactly the point. At this point, it's a matter of, I am not the expert here. You are. The funds aren't an issue as far as I've been told, and I understand. That is also a question for me, because it seems odd to me that the funds shouldn't be an issue. But again, she is making these decisions. For me, my perspective on it is, if she feels that's appropriate, obviously let's try, but also I need to be able to, that's apparently this is the way that I was, at least I've been told, is the more appropriate way to approach it. My mother is willing to pay these funds. It's a weird situation to be in because it shouldn't be unknown to her.
So Charlie, I'm not going to call your mother and ask her for $10,000. That's not happening. So you need to figure out how to pay a $10,000 retainer. Whether she calls me and gives me a credit card, I don't care. But if you want a mediator, it's a $10,000 retainer.
Yeah, I understand that. That's not the
needs
issue. Again, let me
Okay.
finish the what all of us should be able to understand. My mother's 60, I'm 45. She did have me quite young. But either way, what all of us should understand, and what we've all, at the very least, me and my mother have discussed, which again, this is also a very odd situation to be in, is that the mediation would be the mediation would be a step in having a hearing in the court to discuss my mother's mental health. And so again, it is an odd situation. It's not really about the funds, or obviously I understand that for whatever reason, again, this is a back and forth issue. You may not want to call her and want her to call you, versus for some reason other people don't always stick to that rule. Either way, that's a fairly understood thing. It's just more having a discussion with you as to what you're going to do for that money, is in the sense of what are we going to mediate about? Because I don't. That's what I mean. I don't know how to approach it right now. My mother has a lot of different.
I also don't know how to approach it until I talk to your mother, because I don't know I have no clue what the issues are. I know that.
Yeah, you're correct. You're correct. I'm sorry, I lost my logic on that. Normally, so do you? This is the odd part to me. Have you never worked in situations like this in which one person says to a person that they want to mediate, but then at the time that they're actually contacted by a mediator or told to contact a mediator, they don't?
It happens all the time.
Okay, so do you have any best practices? Because right now, I'll tell you my beliefs in how I should approach this is, I'm simply just going to text my mother your information and say, I just spoke to this person. Please talk to her and stop contacting me until you do. And then kind of go on with the other things that I need to do. Because I don't.
No, I think that makes good sense. You contact her, you tell her what we talked about, you tell her that I said $10,000 retainer, and she can retain me. It doesn't matter which of you retains me. If I'm your mediator, you are both my clients. I don't give legal advice as the mediator. I simply try to get you two communicating and get you to understand what's going on with her, and her maybe to understand what's going on with you, and we go from there.
Exactly. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, like, this is such a bizarre situation.
It is.
But either way, I'll pass her on. I'll pass on your information. Just to make it a little easier for me, if you don't mind, I have your phone number right in front of me. Do you happen to know your website just off the top of your head?
Sure. It's openpalmlaw.com.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Open like that, like open or close.
Yep. Yeah. I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just pass on I'll pass on the website too, so she can read it. But again, also this is the part, honestly, that's very frustrating for me, in the sense of I don't have other people to discuss this with. Obviously, again, I don't understand why my family isn't participating in this.
Yeah, I totally agree. And it may be that ultimately more members of your family become involved in the mediation, which is fine with me.
Yeah, again, it's what I was going to say. I think it just drives me really crazy, because I don't know. I don't know how to deal with a situation in which someone obviously seems sane to many others, but isn't acting sane just towards me, I guess. And how to protect myself in a way that doesn't seem as if I'm trying to attack this person. Because unfortunately, this has been interpreted as somehow I'm trying to attack my mother, and no one is looking at all the text messages she has just sent me this morning that are completely delusional and make no sense. And she knows that this is a very stressful situation, period. Like,
yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
Anyway, so thank you. We'll see what happens. Thank you.
All right. I'll look forward to hearing from you.
Okay.
Or her.
Yep.
Bye
Okay.
now.
Bye.